I'm Chris, the Home Tech Guy, and I am going to do a class today on Google search. I'm going to show you exactly how to find what you're looking for and how to keep out of trouble. So first, I want you to go ahead and click on the link to subscribe to my channel. My channel name is Home Tech Guy, and if you do that, you'll get to see some new content as I cover many computer topics that will be informative and hopefully a bit entertaining as well. What is Google search? Google search, also referred to as Google Web Search or simply Google, is a web search engine developed by Google LLC. It is the most used search engine in the whole wide world, all over the World Wide Web, across all platforms, with 92% market share as of October 2018, handling more than 3 billion searches a day. For a typical query, there are thousands, even millions of web pages with potentially relevant information. So, how does Google figure out what to show you in your search results? Well, the journey starts before you even type your search. The first thing we're going to talk about is crawling and indexing. As we speak, Google is using web crawlers to organize information from web pages and other publicly available content in the search index. They use search algorithms that are specially designed to sort through hundreds of billions of web pages in the search index to give you useful and relevant results in a fraction of a second. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later and where you can find that. Their goal is to give you useful responses with more content and a wider variety on the internet than ever before. Google makes sure to offer you search results in a range of rich formats to help you find the information you're looking for quickly. We're going to talk about search words and phrases. First, think about exactly what you are looking for. The more specific the search terms, the better the results. Google also recognizes numbers and full phrases, even sentences that are specific to the topic that you're searching for and researching. When you type in the search box, it will identify and analyze the words you type to figure out what your search means. The first thing that Google will give you in the search box are suggestions. They want to help you find exactly what you're looking for, and they base these suggestions on what other people have searched for and found. As you type your search terms, Google will give you search predictions that appear below the search box, called Google Suggest and Google Instant. And it's instant because it shows up as you type. It shows you words that might better describe what you're looking for and displays matching results on the page, called an SERP, or simply the search engine results page. If I were to type in a search and I wanted to look for, let's say, weighted blankets, as I type in here and I start to type in weighted, BLAN, I'm given suggestions as I type, and I'll show you a quick example of this. So if I were to go ahead and search for a weighted blanket in this search box here, just as soon as I start typing, it will highlight some things that I've searched before as I was doing this research for you, and then it will also show me other suggestions as I type. So if I type in weighted blanket, even before I'm finished, I get all sorts of results that may be what I'm looking for. I'm going to go ahead and click this one here because I'm looking for a queen size weighted blanket, and I'm going to get a whole page of search results. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about these search results real quick here. So what we've got is we've got ourselves a list of things here that are going to show up below this, and these are based on many different types of enhanced results that search engines like Google, Yahoo, and Bing include in their organic and sponsored results, such as rich snippets, images, maps, definitions, answer boxes, etc. Let's look at a few of these types of search results next. First, you can see when we type in this search and hit enter, we get a list of things down below here. The first thing that comes up is images that are based on different retail outlets where you can buy these items, Walmart and Bed Bath & Beyond and Amazon. And if I click those links, those sponsored links, those are going to take me right to where I can purchase those things. There's also at the top here another place to click, See Weighted Blankets Queen. If I click this, this is going to also search for that search again. Down below, we're going to see other search results. We're going to see a Jacquard duvet cover set, $118. We're going to see reviews that were done on this designer living website. We're going to see almost 5-star reviews here. And that's there to entice me to click on that. And that's one of those ads. Down below these pictures here is what we're going to see. We're going to see ads. And those are sponsored links. First, let's focus on the top of the search results page. There are a bunch of choices here that can be actually quite useful when you want to find exactly what you're looking for. We're looking at all of the search results. This is everything that's available on the entire web. Notice that you will see the amount of results that came up and how long it took to find them. 2.2 million results. So there are a lot of pages out there that we could find based on weighted blankets. So there's a lot of competition. And by the way, it only took a half a second to get to that page. Notice when you initially do a search, you are searching all of the results available on the web. They come from everywhere in every category. And so the blue all button is highlighted there. Notice that your search phrase remains in the search box if you need to search it or search for something else from here. So it'll stay here while you're looking on the page and scrolling around the page. You can come back up to here and change your search term if you wanted to add weighted blanket king, for example. The next category up here in the top is shopping. If we click this shopping link here, it turns blue. And now we're going to be looking at results for where we can shop for this, specifically displaying results for shopping. This allows these retailers like Amazon, eBay, and Walmart to take you directly to where you can buy them from their website. Here's an example of all of the images that include information about these items, how much they cost, $47.99 from Walmart, $84.88 from Amazon, and there's just a variety of things here. We have over here on the left-hand side, we have a way to also search for specific things, and we can use a couple of these search filters to give us exactly what we're looking for. We can check this box right here. We can tick that box. That allows us to find just new items instead of used things. And we can also predetermine what price we want to pay. And these are just some of the filters that are available on search here. And you can notice at the top here that my location is being tagged. I'm at Skyline Gateway, Catalina Foothills, Arizona. So it knows exactly where I am and where I'm searching from. So next we're going to look at search images. When we click on the search images link, that's going to show us pictures, photos of everything what we look for. And naturally, many of these are from the same places where you can shop for them, because that's where images are normally displayed on shopping sites. But they're also pictures from everywhere. If you wanted to find out what something looked like and you weren't sure what that exactly looked like, you wanted to find out what a mandolin looked like and you weren't sure what the actual image of a mandolin looked like, we can come over here and we can type in mandolin and hit enter, and once this displays the results, if we don't find what we want here, we can also click images and we'll find lots of images of mandolins. Of course, we can see a picture right here. It shows us right in the front. It gives us a description of what that is. It's a stringed instrument in the lute family, and it also has links for where we could buy those. If I go ahead and click images at the top here, then I'm going to get a whole pile of results that shows me lots of images of these different types of mandolins. Pretty interesting. We can click on any of these and it will take us to a page that we see the website for down below. It says sweetwater.com. This is a Washburn M1S DLTR, and I'm not sure what that is. If I click it, it's just basically going to take me and show me a larger image of that thing there. So that's something we can use in Google search is images, and that's really useful. Next thing is, once I click on those, once I get to that web search results page, what do I click on? That's the question. What should I click on? After you type in the search box and hit enter, you will be shown a ton of search results. Like I said, images. You're gonna see all sorts of ways to help you get to where you want to go. And these results are organized on the page in a certain way. At the top of the page, you will often find helpful steps to accomplish the goal of learning something that you want to learn or finding out about something. And the source website address is listed here, as well as the date it was posted. So you'll see dates for these things. This one doesn't show a date on here, but if we come over here and we're looking for a news story, for instance, and we wanted to see a news story about the government shutdown, as I start typing govern, look at that is a popular result today. People are looking for the government shutdown here. Friday the 25th, 2019. Pretty crazy. Are we on the 35th day of shutdown? Maybe we can keep the IRS shut down too. That'd be great. So let's click on government shutdown, and as we click on that top news story, we can see the dates of when, the time frames when these were reported. An hour ago from Fox News, 2 hours ago, New York Times, and so on and so forth. So that can be when time frames are useful to us. So let's come on back here, and then next up here, what I'm going to just show you real quick are some techniques you can use to search better. One of the things that I've discovered is that if I want to find something exactly and I don't want any other words included in that search, I can include quotes in my search. And then I will find only search results that match those exact phrases that I've typed. So that can be really useful. And by the way, if I type a phrase in here and I wanted to only find out about IRS government shutdown, it looks like someone else has already typed that in too. But I only want results relating to that exact phrase. I can type that in with quotes around it, and I can hit enter, and it's going to show me all sorts of results that will be only 3,600 results. So it's a lot fewer results, and it's going to give me exactly government shutdown on every single one of these pages. And by the way, another thing you can do, and this is just a freebie here, if I click on one of these pages, I click on one of these links here, and it takes me to a website, and I am looking for that particular phrase on that website, and I want to make sure that I find that on this web page. I can hit Command F and type in IRS government shutdown and see if it's actually on this page. And as I type it, it's going to show me that there's one result on this page that matches that exact search term. So sometimes I'm looking for an exact thing and I want to find it, on the page, all you have to do is hit Control F on a PC or Command F on a Mac, and you will see this box pop up here, and you can type in that phrase, and it will show you how many results are exactly like what you just typed in. And this is one thing that really bothers me on web pages. When I go to random links out there on the web, I get pop-ups, and I'm just going to click that X button and close that down. I'm going to click this X here and shut this little search box down, and I'm going to click the back button, and go back to my original example here with the weighted blankets, and we'll go back to our presentation here. So the next thing you can do is you can exclude a word from your search. Let's say you're looking for an iPhone 10 and you want to find the iPhone 10 phone, but you don't want to find results for all sorts of phone cases and phone chargers. You're just looking for an iPhone 10 phone. I find this useful on Google search, but I find it even more useful on Amazon. So I'm going to go to Amazon.com, and if I want to search Amazon's website and I don't want to find iPhone 10 chargers, but I actually want to buy an iPhone 10 and see if they have one there, I'm going to type in iPhone 10. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a hyphen or a minus case. And I'm also going to put a space and minus charger, because I don't want those results to show up. So I'm going to click the magnifying glass over here or hit enter, and it's going to give me results that include only iPhone 10 but no chargers and no cases. Now there's some screen protectors that they're showing me. On Amazon they don't sell a lot of devices, they sell a lot of accessories and things like that, and so I may not find an iPhone 10 for sale unless it's a sponsored link, and here's a sponsored link here. All right, back to our search. So another thing you're going to find and is really useful on a search results page are people always ask boxes. These are really, really interesting. So if I type my example of weighted blanket queen and I click that, on this page we first saw the images at the top. We saw these sponsored links that Walmart and Amazon pay for. They pay Google to make those show up at the top. And we see these ads here, like I talked about. As we scroll down, we can see a section here, a box here called People Also Ask. And this is pretty useful. This can give us some answers to questions that we might have that we didn't even know we had. What weight should a weighted blanket be? That's a good question. I didn't even know there was a choice. So I'm going to click this arrow over here, and it's going to give me a little paragraph about exactly what the answer to that question is. The weight should be specific for the person who will be using it. Weighted blankets can weigh anywhere from 5 to 25 pounds and so on. And not only that, as I click that link, I also get more questions that populate down here. As I click things down here, I'm going to get more and more things that it might suggest to me that I might search for. So, can you wash a weighted blanket? Wow, it must be pretty heavy. Is it going to come apart? Let's see what other people say about that. For best care and to preserve the life of the blanket, please wash in cold water and air dry when possible. Yeah, you put it in the dryer and your dryer might walk away. So I can close that box there, and those are a wonderful way to give us lots of different resources that we might not even search for in the beginning. So let's come back over here. Real quick, if you want to search for something by location, now normally, like I showed you before, my web browser knows that I'm in Tucson for a variety of reasons. But I might want to find something in Phoenix. I might be up in Phoenix and I want to search for estate sales on Sunday. I'm going to be up there. I can type in estate sale Phoenix, Glendale, or something like that. West Side, or I might want to be in Italy, and I might want to look for a hotel or something there, or a particular place, and I can type in a search and then type in Italy as a location search term. Another thing that the web will do, another thing that Google search will give you is answers to math problems. All you got to do is type in 17 plus 256 and get the answer. So I'll quickly show that. So we come up here and we want to come up to Google search. I'm going to go back to the Google page here. And we're going to type in 17 plus 256 and hit enter, and we're going to get a result here. Pretty cool. Once we're up here, we can do more math. Let's say we want to do a multiplication problem. 32, use the asterisk, times 16 and hit enter. We're going to get the answer right away. And then we can continue to use this calculator from there. So if I want to subtract 256 and hit enter, it's going to give me the answer as well. So that's a really useful tool that I use a lot. All right, so those are some of the techniques. Like I said, when you search for things to buy, sponsored results are always going to appear at the top because people are paying for the results to show up at the top. And they're often followed with images that you can click on to go shop for things, followed by these ad links that I showed you. These show up at the top because they're paid for. They can be good or bad, though. And you'll also want to see info and pay attention to the website address, the date of the post. You can even see deals and ratings that are shown for you so that you can make decisions before you click links. You will also see a section in a box called searches related to, not in a box. You'll see these in another section on the page down towards the bottom. As you click these, these will search for you just by the search terms that are included. So I'll show you these at the bottom of the page. These show up at the very bottom of the search page. And this is our search example, and I'll make this bigger. And they show up at the very bottom of the page, right in here. And these are links that are related to what you just searched. So they say search is related to weighted blanket queen. 15-pound weighted blanket queen size. Weighted blanket reviews on Reddit. I don't know if I want those. How about weighted blanket for couples? That's interesting. Queen size weighted blanket on Amazon. Yeah, now that I've looked at a lot of these, I might want to go shop on Amazon. So I could click this link right here, and this will take me to this search right here that I just clicked. Queen size weighted blanket Amazon, like we saw before, and it's going to show me results. Not all from Amazon, though, by the way. You'll still see links up here from other places because in the results are included queen size weighted blankets, not necessarily from Amazon, but it will also weight the search heavier on Amazon because we search for that term. So those are at the bottom of the page. And then the very bottom of the page, we're going to see this Google with 10 O's at the bottom here. We are on page 1 of the search results, so this number 1 is white. Here's a link here. If I click the O here or the number 2, I'm going to go to the second page of search results, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and so on. Or I can just go to the very next one, to number 2 by clicking next. If I click this little arrow or I click next, it's going to take me to this second one, this second search page that's related to weighted blanket queen, the same search that I have up here. See, it stays up there. It doesn't go away. So now I'm on the second page of search results. Maybe I didn't find what I was looking for the first time, so I'm going to look on a second page. Maybe I'm still not finding what I'm looking for, so I might want to go all the way down this list and keep searching until I find exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, so Google also gathers location information, like I showed you before, from the computer you're using, and will often show you where on the map you can find the item you want. So that's really useful. If we click on our search example, we want to find weighted blankets in a queen size, it's going to show us where we can find those related to our location. So I searched in Tucson here, and it's showing me at Target and Walmart and another Target down here, and it shows me how far away those locations are from my location, how many reviews that are on Target for that item. and it'll give you a dollar signs to tell you it's more expensive, or a couple, or a $1 sign show you it's cheaper. It'll give you the phone number of the store and so on. So there's lots of search info in there. All right, very good. Keep in mind that there are dangers out there on the web, and I'm sure some of you have run into some things that have gotten you in trouble. But just real quick, I'm going to highlight a few things that you should avoid when you're searching for things on the web. Keep in mind as you search that Google shows web pages from all over the web. Everyone wants you to click on their link. So let's talk about what you should avoid clicking on. If you see an offer to download something for free, don't do it. You will only see alarming you will only see alarming messages, and you will eventually be asked for your Visa card. More than likely, that is what will happen. This example here, download system checkup free. In just minutes, you'll know exactly what is slowing your computer down. If you click this link, it's going to take you to somewhere that downloads something that you might think is free because it says free, but all it is free software. But in order to make it work, they want you to pay money. So watch out for those. Another thing that I can't stand, and I just like to quickly get rid of these, is notifications. I'm sure many of you, because many websites are like this, you've seen show notifications, and there's a message that says that this website that I went to, My Clean PC, wants to show notifications. I'm going to click block right now. If I just click the X up here, then this will come back. If I come back to this web page, and I really don't want to go to this web page. This is a nefarious website, in my opinion. They perform a service, but it's not worth what they say. If I click this block here, then this ad won't come up again. If I click allow, then whenever they want, they can send me notifications, and those notifications show up on the bottom right of my screen when I don't want them to. So you're inviting trouble when you click allow on these. Most of the time you can click block unless it's something you absolutely want to see and you want that website to show you information in the future. Just click block, or just close the web page and go back to where you were. Here are some other things to avoid really quick. If you see a scary message when you're searching for things, or you're on Facebook and you click something and all of a sudden you see this pop up and it's a scary message, it tells you to call an 800 number, don't call that number. They're all scams. If you see a message telling you that you need to download something, don't do it. You don't need to download anything on your computer. Your computer has what you need to do the things you want to do. Never give any information about yourself to a website you don't trust. This is very important. Of course, I trust certain websites, and I let them store my payment information and my email address, credit card numbers, things like that, but only very few and only trusted websites. Only if you do research or ask someone that you trust, someone else that knows better, if you really want to buy something from them and they want your information. Make triple sure that it's a website that you want to be doing business with, because there are lots of things that they can do with your information. If nothing else, just bother you like crazy with emails or phone calls, or sell your information to someone else. If you see a message that tells you that you need to subscribe using your email to see something you're looking for, don't do that either. Most of the time, that's inviting trouble, and you're just going to get more spam in your inbox, and who wants that? We get enough already, right? So that concludes this Google search. I hope you learned something from this, and I appreciate your time. Thank you for tuning in, and we're going to go ahead and call this a successful Google search video, and I hope you tune in again next time. We're going to be covering more topics like this. So subscribe to my channel, click on the subscribe button, and hit the like button, and that really helps me out. I appreciate it.